So your heart is broken and you are trying to move on from that relationship. In this video, I'm gonna give you 5 tips that will help you move on from that breakup. Hello everyone, welcome back. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Karrington and I want to thank you for joining me on this video. So for today's video, it is a part 2, part 2 of my last video, which I had how to get through a breakup, which I will leave right here, or is it here? One of those. I will leave it up here and you can check that out if you haven't done so already. So this is going to be a continuation. I'm guessing that you've already watched my part 1, and the first tip that I'm gonna have for you in this new part 2 of how to get through your breakup. Tip number 1, find a new hobby. What is it that you like to do? Do you like to dance? Maybe get into some dance classes. I hear salsa classes are really fun. I took a salsa class once and it was a blast. If they had more in my area, I would keep doing it. Do you like to paint? Do you like to draw? Find exactly what it is, a hobby that you really enjoy, maybe a passion that you have that you always wanted to get into, and try it out. Now is the perfect time to try something new. Get your mind off of that breakup that you're going through. Find yourself and try something completely different. That's gonna be one of the first things that will help you move on from the breakup, is finding your own interest and getting into something new consistently on a consistent basis. Maybe you can take a weekly dance class. Maybe you can join a recreational sport. I don't know, they have basketball teams or something like that. Find what it is that you are interested in doing and try to do it at least once a week, if not more. That's gonna definitely help you out. Tip number 2, read a good book or find a new TV show to watch. I did both, honestly. One of the books that I picked up right when I was going through my breakup was Ayana's book, In the Meantime. It's a really good book. I would definitely recommend that you guys check that out. But find a good book to read, or you can also find a good TV show to watch. I know I was binge watching reruns of Living Single with Queen Latifah. I love that show. If you haven't seen it, if you have Hulu, I know Living Single is on there. Netflix, as I recall, just recently put on Moesha. That's a good show to watch. You know, you can watch reruns of something, or you can get into a new show. Maybe something that you can binge watch for a little bit, just to kind of get your mind onto something else. Tip number 3, listen to a good podcast or check out a new YouTube channel. Well, you're already here, so there you go for a YouTube channel. You can check out some of my other videos as well. I find that podcasts really help me get over my breakup. I don't know if you guys have heard of the app called Selfish Babes. That is the app that I downloaded on my phone. You can download it on your phone. One of my best friends put me onto that app. It was created by a Black woman, if I recall. And the quotes that you get on the daily are very uplifting, and they do have podcasts right on the app there. So I was checking out some of her podcasts on the Selfish Babe app, and I really enjoyed that. I also started listening to more femininity channels. I would recommend Chloe _. She does kind of podcast style here on YouTube, but I really liked listening to her channel because it opened up my mind to a lot of the things that we as women kind of disregard when dating, and stuff that I want to change in the future going forward. But yeah, I would recommend listening to a podcast or a YouTube channel that gives a lot of self-care tips, really uplifting things about self-love. Those are going to be so beneficial for you to listen to. Again, the Selfish Babe app had a lot of really interesting topics and about self-care and loving yourself. And in this time of your breakup, loving yourself is going to be the key thing that you have to do. You got to learn to love yourself again, because I know when we go through rough breakups, a lot of the times we lose ourselves and we lose love for ourselves. So you want to listen to uplifting things. That's going to be so helpful. Is there a podcast that you love to listen to? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to check it out. I'm always looking for new podcasts to listen to, because who doesn't love a good podcast, honestly? Tip number 4, Work on your career and your financial goals. This is key. Do you feel like you are currently where you want to be in life? Because I know at the time when I was going through my breakup, I definitely wasn't. What happens is, especially when we're young and in love, we end up focusing so much of our energy, so much of our attention on the person that we're dating. I know me personally, I was very big on helping my ex reach his career and his goals that I ended up losing sight of my own. When the breakup happened, I finally was able to focus on my own career and my own financial goals, because financially, oh my gosh, I lost all sight of my financial goals as well when I was with my ex. And it's not his fault, it just happens when we're young and we're in love. Sometimes we do dumb things and we lose sight of ourselves. Now is definitely the time for you to focus back on those dreams that you have, those goals that you have. Write them down. What exactly are your goals that you have, and what are some of the steps that you can take to achieve those goals or get closer to your dreams? When you write it down, that also definitely helps. For me personally, my dream was music. I always wanted to be an artist. I always wanted to be a performer since I was a young kid, honestly. I always told people, yeah, I'm gonna be singing and all that stuff. And honestly, I lost sight of that so much when I was with my ex, because again, like I said, I was focused on his dreams, his career, that I lost sight of my own. Once I hit the breaking point in that relationship, when I realized that we were not a good fit. Once I hit that breaking point, that drove me to get into a recording studio, and I started working with different people, and even eventually I got into songwriting. I did something I never thought I could do. I always was singing. I always knew I loved to sing, but songwriting, writing my own lyrics, I never thought I could do that. And I pushed myself even further through the help of my friends and my family, and through just believing in myself. The breakup, I realized it had to happen because it pushed me exactly to my dreams, to my goals. And now I'm pursuing my dreams. I have my own music. I've been creating songs. I just recorded a new song. We're about to work on the music video soon, so I'm super pumped for that. That leads me up to tip number 5. Recognize the positives that came out from this breakup. I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and there is always something to be learned. There is always something to be learned from the experiences that we go through. So for me personally, I learned exactly what it is that I don't want in a relationship, that I don't want in a man, that I don't want in a partner. I learned what it is I do want from a partner as well. I learned both the good and bad things from my ex. I learned from that relationship certain ways that I want a guy to treat me, and I also learned from that relationship certain ways that I don't want a guy to treat me, and the certain expectations that I have going forward for my next relationship. I also learned that this is exactly the thing that I needed to go through to finally get to recording my own music, because from that breakup, I was able to take a lot of that material and put it into my songwriting. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Learn exactly what it is, what lessons you can take from this relationship, and be sure to apply it to your next one. There is always something to be learned from every bad experience we have. There's always something to be learned from every good experience we have. You just have to take a bit of time to recognize exactly what it is that you learned from that relationship. Bonus tip: understand that it is going to take time to heal. It's going to take time to heal, and it's okay. It doesn't happen overnight, and if it did, okay, well, maybe you weren't that interested. Maybe you weren't that into that person. But it's all going to take time to get through this. So thank you guys. If you stuck with this through to the end of the video, thank you. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Let me know if any of these tips helped you, or let me know what tips is it that you would like to add on to help somebody else get over their breakup and get over their past relationship. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my music in the description box below. Like this video if you liked it, and be sure to share. And I know you've been watching some of my videos, I'm sure, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out any of my other videos, well, they're here somewhere. All right, also in the description box below is my Instagram. Be sure to connect with me there. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you all in the next one.